this is the first venue, I have to admit, that we were gathered together, exchanging ideas positively, learning the experience of one another, finding out what they're doing. I was so surprised also that they're also present in the countries that we're working with. I know they're there, but this is the first time that we exchange idea. And that's so powerful because we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Financial inclusion is important both to alleviate poverty but also to help economies grow, which then benefits all people within that country.
For every household, every farm, every micro-entrepreneur to prosper, they need access to financial services. So in that sense, it's necessary. But say if you're growing paddy, for example, you need to use better seed, better fertilizer, you need to have access to market linkages. So those are all real sector issues, and simply giving financial services will not be sufficient.
And most people in this area do have fairly intensive financial lives. However, they have poor access to reliable formal instruments, and that's simply because those formal and reliable instruments have not come to the people.
At the heart of this is understanding the nature of the demand, is understanding the kinds of products and services that poor people require in their daily lives.
To begin with, they have to adopt a regulatory framework. The second thing is, of course, the need for basic infrastructure. For example, telecom technology, the spread of computer core banking systems, and payment systems in general. The third is, of course, there's a significant number of people required who are trained and who want to do this work.
A regional agenda actually, create a broader responsibility as well as sensitize the policymaker. Then you talk about the country level environment. So it makes easy for a lot to convince and to motivate or to formulate something very meaningful that will really help the industry grow.
I think what integration and regional cooperation does is it allows you to learn from your neighbors. You can learn from the successes and the pitfalls, and that I think will be very beneficial to all the countries in this region, because they don't need to look too far out to learn. There are countries in this region which are similar to them, and they can learn from each other's experiences.
UNCDF can respond by bringing our constituency of microfinance market leaders and other financial institutions and central banks. We can use the knowledge and capability that we've generated in having a presence in many of these countries, and we can also use the tools from diagnostics to investment instruments to bring to bear on the problems of ASEAN. But we can't work by ourselves. We need to work with others and in partnership to deliver the ASEAN agenda for 2020.
It's very rare that you can put around the table so many people, so many market leaders coming from different countries with this vast experience that can network, exchange experience and learn from each other.
Having some of the thought leaders around financial inclusion as well from the region has really enriched our discussion, and I think for us it was a way to validate some of the ideas we had about what we could do as a regional strategy to support financial inclusion.